Hello Leo, this predictions for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. The tomorrow has not arrived, and the past no longer exists. Always remember this as a motto you should note. The tomorrow has not arrived, and the past no longer exists. To overcome the bad times you have been experiencing, you need to focus on living in the now. It is common during difficult times, when things don't turn out the way you want, to end the day with some apprehension about what might happen the next day. Just as sleep often fails or is insufficient when something worries us, those energies also negatively affect our own actions and the events of the coming days. You need to find the right way to unsheathe and rid yourself of those bad energies or frequencies before going to bed. You could try taking a warm bath to release tension from your body. You could also try the meditation I've often talked about or guided breathing. Preparing a tea before going to sleep and talking to someone you trust to let it all out can help too. The important thing is that before you go to bed, you can set aside the day's problems. Some people find it works to exercise half an hour before going to sleep because it leaves them completely exhausted. It depends on you. Find your tool. Be careful with your home's financial security. Always keep your keys handy or in a place where you can see them. You might lose them without knowing where to find them. It could be very simple. The problem lies in where they end up. Similarly, if you tend to write down passwords or access information in some place so you won't forget them, be careful not to misplace that. Of course, you could have a tough time if you don't take precautions in these aspects. Now let's get into the concrete details of love, health, work, and your lucky numbers and fortune for this week. In terms of health, emotional health should be as important in your life as physical health. If something happens in your life, you must be able to talk to someone to effectively drain it. Keeping your emotions silent and trying to pretend you're fine when something inside you is affecting you could lead to a series of physical discomforts in the short term. Unresolved and poorly managed emotions not only disrupt concentration but can also affect your physical well-being. Let go of whatever you need to let go of. That is obviously healthy. Regarding work, maintain your calm during workdays. You might be losing your cool without realizing it when things don't go as expected. If you continue reacting with the same emotional outbursts without being able to manage daily events, you will receive a strong reprimand from your supervisors and even a possible warning for your behavior. It's time to change how you respond to work pressure. Try not to lose focus. You are not in a good position to let that happen. And you surely don't want to lose this job. The most important and positive thing in your case is that you are a virtuous sign, meaning you have great virtues, and you know what you need to do, and you do it with effort, diligence, and great dedication. Therefore, you need to be very sure that they want you at your job, that they value you. Perhaps you don't have the most talkative superiors in the universe, you might have the dullest ones, but they want you there. So, no going to the dark side, as the movie says. If you are looking for a job, it's essential to visit many places to increase opportunities. You must knock on many doors. However, you need to be able to discriminate and separate genuine possibilities from those that are merely illusions. In the latter case, you might be wasting time and energy, and you are in a situation where you should focus all your efforts on options that are truly viable for you. The rest could only hold you back from finding new employment. And you are incredibly smart, so don't waste time on things that aren't helpful. As for finances, opportunities to find good investments are scarce. It's not like they are flourishing, they aren't growing like mushrooms. Therefore, when one of your colleagues invites you to make an investment that could have good returns in the future, don't waste it, but you must analyze it well. Just because someone you trust suggests it, you shouldn't blindly accept it. You have to read the fine print in contracts. Your fears and doubts about what could happen with your money should not make you lose the opportunity of a lifetime. But seek necessary references, and you will realize if it's a good business. Now, take note of the lucky numbers and fortune that will accompany you this week. You are ruled by the number 10, 34, and 41. Play them throughout the week, and may you have lots of luck. In terms of love, you find yourself in a kind of romantic loop in recent days. Many people of your sign, though not all, have filled themselves with sensations similar to those felt in past relationships. Even your current relationship may be at a point similar to where it was before. Clearly, you don't know how to respond to these feelings that are not new, to that sensation you've already experienced. To achieve the relationship you desire, you will need to break free from certain repetitions in which you find yourself, otherwise, all your relationships would begin in the same way and end up falling into the same state in which you currently feel. Use some time in your day to think and identify how your actions may have led you to this point in the relationship and resolve it. If you are one of those who isn't experiencing any of this but rather the opposite, take this as a prior wake-up call. It's time to innovate. Remember what I mentioned at the beginning, the past no longer exists, it is no longer useful. So take this as a wake-up call from life and start generating a fantastic future with your partner. If you are single, the wounds from a past love are still fresh, especially when memories of good times come back. You may have been waiting for time to pass, for weeks and months to take away the moments you lived with that person. However, forgetting works mysteriously and ends up cherishing the moments you want to forget to overcome the remnants of any love and begin anew with a beautiful love, without the past interfering. It's important to be sincere, to declare each of the feelings you have in the moment, and to accept them one by one. It's not about rekindling communication with that person, but about being honest with your emotions. So, if you're getting to know someone and you like them enough, start internally valuing what you can do to improve everything more and better. As for your energy levels may not be the best. You've let situations accumulate like a warehouse of things, and now you may find yourself at a crossroads, not knowing which path to take. The energy that could be harmonious today might end up being jarring or stressful. To boost your energy and prevent negative vibes from taking over or accumulating, you must set aside negative moments and prepare to experience each one as something unique, without allowing the past to influence you. Luckily, you are very intelligent in this regard. The positive situation you should enhance today is that living in today is what you have to learn. This is what is missing in your life. When you manage to set the past aside and not think too much about the future, you will be able to enjoy wonderful, renewed days focused on the now and today. Use this day to start something you love, something you are passionate about. Why leave it for another day? On the negative side, be careful, because time is treacherous and dangerous if not managed well. Due to focus issues, it may seem that time passes more quickly in certain circumstances and more slowly in others. If you experience either of these, it could be due to the level of stress you're managing at that moment or the level of concern. Identify what's wrong and solve it. You know how to provide solutions. You are not a sign that likes to complicate things. I mean, you can easily get it off your shoulders. Also, be careful, because when the same dynamics repeat, if you currently feel something happening that you've already experienced, identify it and resolve it. Regarding students, getting good grades is not everything at all. What matters is that you gain the appropriate knowledge to become the excellent professional you will be in the future, and you surely will, as you have the potential to be the best in your field. So if you need a boost of motivation, think of the excellent professional you will become in the future. In terms of compatibility, today you have a wonderful day with these three signs. First, with people of the sign Virgo, today is a very enlightening day, especially if there are doubts about something you want to discuss, decide, or do, you will come to an agreement. Second, with people of the sign Capricorn, you have a day of certainties and a very positive attitude with no problems whatsoever. Third, with people of the sign Gemini, it's a pretty fun, relaxed day, you can get along well. On the negative side, you might have some type of argument or distance with someone of the sign Taurus, but you know that this is only for today and only if you argue. I wish you an absolutely wonderful day. Until tomorrow.